growing up, skills that you took a liking to. I read dancer, high school dance team, cut class to go to casting for commercials and music videos.
Oh gosh.
The fuck was that?
I know. I just knew I had what it took. Mm-hmm. My cousin used to be married to David Allen Greer, and I remember as a kid, we would all so often, like every once in a while, go on sets to Live in Color, and we would watch, you know, behind the scenes stuff. And I was automatically drawn into performing arts, like the stuff they were doing on set. So years later, once I really figured out, once J-Lo came on the scene, she gave me the pass, like, okay, there's a world for you.
Yeah.
And that just like, it just sparked everything I needed in me. I reached out to my cousin Maritza and I was like, what do I have to do? I'm going to be the next everything. And one of the suggestions she gave me was Backstage, which was a newspaper back in the day you would get at the newsstands. So I would go to school and use whatever, you know, change I had left over after paying the Metro, and I would just buy my Backstage, and I would be on the train and I would be circling stuff. And this was around the time that music videos started to become the it thing.
Right.
And they would give like descriptions like Hispanic, this age, this, that. And I'm like, well, I wasn't this age, but I'm definitely Hispanic and I got what it takes. So it's not a third. So before I knew it, I was just like winging it and just putting myself out there and skipping class, but still making to the castings, but still like, don't ask me how I moved over.
It's the hustler.
Yeah, because you know, you had the bus pass that was only available from this time to this time.
So, music videos.
That was my foundation.
Right? Look at you,
Thank
right?
you.
It's seeing or having that to be hopeful for you. You know what I'm saying?
You know what's crazy? I was young. I was scrawny. I didn't even feel like I had
But
that.
it was a different time, though, too.
It was very different.
Right.
But at the same time, like I said, I didn't feel like I was the sexiest thing. I just feel like I just knew I had what it takes. So it was just like, I was still developing and stuff. I wasn't the curviest thing. And if you look at my music videos, I definitely wasn't blossomed, but at the same time, I didn't even care about how I looked and my presence. I just knew I had within me what it took. So I was gonna put myself out there regardless.
Are you bilingual?
Yeah, well, for the most part, yeah.
So was there a specific genre of music that you wanted to focus on?
Oh my God, no. I grew up in a house. I grew up with Metallica, Linkin Park. My sister, one sister would listen to Mary J. and like Jodeci, and my other sister. So I'm very diverse in the melting pot of music. Sade to Phil Collins to, so my household has always been very broad in music, especially with my stepdad.
Yeah.
My stepdad was the GOAT. Like, I knew about Shania Twain and like the big, like, we talking real music. But at the same time, I'm from the Bronx, so I step outside and
for sure.
you're gonna hear it. Yeah. So I was infused organically, naturally.
Right. So take me through the first time where you get the nod to be on your first music video.
That was Young Guns, Can't Stop, Won't Stop.
Can't stop, won't stop, Rockefeller, we get down,
I'm the girl like
we get
this.
down, girls, you love her.
You have to pull it up. And we have to flash to that, because I was in there like, you couldn't tell. If they told me to throw the X up.
Damn.
Yeah, that was
so take me through it, like, I don't know, did you have an agency?
No, so what happened was I was going on the backstage stuff, right? So, one backstage, there was a magazine casting for In Gear magazine. So I went to that casting for this particular like unknown magazine. And there was, I wanna say her name is Mylisa. Oh my God, I wish I knew her name. I wanna say it because this is the GOAT. If anybody back in the days remember Video Girls Day, this was the girl that would have like one of the people that will find all the it girls. Her name was Mylisa, I wanna say. Something with the M, to that effect. And she saw me for that. She got me the cover of that, but then was like, listen, there's more for you. I have more for you. And of course, you know, I'm not gonna lie, I lied about my age. So that helped.
Yeah.
I couldn't be honest.
That's the hustler.
Yeah.
Finesse.
You just gotta know.
In the South, we call it jugging.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So I did that, and then she hired me 2 days later for the Young Guns video. And then from that came Eric White casting me in Breathe with Fabulous. I was the girl in the Bentley. In the back seat, well, in the passenger side with the blonde hair. Yeah.
So I'm looking at this whole rollout. Lean Back. Ain't Nothing Wrong. Candy Shop. Chris Brown. And Bobby V, Tell Me.
There's more. But Chris,
No.
But Chris Brown, the Chris Brown, yo, excuse me, Miss definitely made me like the it girl. So much so I got eye candy.
For sure. But that ain't no bullshit production with artists. You know
Yeah, I fell into it very quickly.
And it's fast, and you got bangers. This wasn't. And we're talking about a time where music videos was like.
That's all. Like
that was a
literally, you
thing.
go home to watch the videos.
Or
whether
wake
it's
up.
TRL, or
Correct.
106 in Park, or Rap City. That was our life.
Yeah.
This is the time we're talking, like that time.
And you're the person that's the it girl.
And it's funny because my family had no idea until they saw me one day in a music video.
They saw you at the music video, or they saw the music video?
They saw the music video.
Nah. Hold up, what the fuck?
Yeah.
That's Eric.
Yeah, my sister ratted me.
What, like, when you're talking about with no agent,
No.
being underaged, how did you get compensated?
Well, you fill out the papers, but come on, you ain't trying to incriminate me, are you?
No. But I'm saying, like, the
They fill out the papers, but you just do whatever.
But I'm saying, compensation looked like what? That.
Oh, back in those times, like how much you were paying me?
For sure.
Well, believe it or not, Chris actually compensated me very well. And it's funny because it was up between me and my best friend at the time, and we were brought in by Eric in this dance studio, and we walked in and Chris was already popping and locking and practicing for this video, and we had to like reenact how this video was gonna happen. So it was between me and my best friend at the time. We did the damn thing, and of course, you know, I did the damn thing and I got the part.
Right.
So compensation really, honestly, was just me like, oh, I'm a lead. Once I realized they were giving me a lead role, I knew there was no more like $500. I knew you had to like really pay me. And I negotiated my shit. And
You did. That's basically what I'm getting
I
to.
negotiated my shit. And I got, for the time, 20 bands was a lot.
For sure. Look, 20 bands still a lot. You dig what I'm saying? And
Thank you, Eric White!
Look, and you cut out the middleman because
Yeah.
now a lot of times it's like, you got agencies. I be seeing chicks on Instagram now with agencies, and I'm like, but I think
Yeah, because the agencies, they add on the extra
percentage.
for their
They
whatever.
take theirs first. It's like taxes.
Yeah, but at the same time, they're gonna give you a number that's added with their shit. So it's like a lot more drawn out. But at the time for me, it was just like Eric, like, and honestly, to this day, Eric White is like probably one of the most stand-up directors that I've ever worked with. He put me in a position while still holding down his production. He actually told me, like, that's not enough. Say more. Like, no. So you don't come across men like that in this day and age.
Right.
you know?
That doesn't
Yeah,
have a
because
hidden
they
agenda.
all have a budget, they stand a third, and of course, if they could get a girl for nothing, they would. But he actually was the one to be like, no, that's like, no. And I'm like, and then when I got, like, it was funny because it was literally the first big amount of money I've ever gotten.
And I'm assuming, but when was your aha moment where like, it's beginning to make sense to me? What video was that for you?
Akon. The Akon video. I was shooting Dash, the Kardashian show at the time, and this casting was going on, and apparently I had no idea because I was caught up with this production. They couldn't find anybody that they liked in Miami. And it just so happens
That's hard to believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was more, because it was more of an acting kind of thing.
Say that.
So like the girls weren't like pulling it. So the whole theme of the video was like me in cahoots with, you know, Akon trying to get all this money. And then come to find out, it was like we were supposed to split it. He dips off, I got my end, he got in his end. But sure enough, my end was all fake. So it needed like a little bit of you know?
You had to have some type of shit to you.
So they reached out to me like, hey, we need this girl's last minute, we shoot tomorrow. And Akon like really likes your style, like how you look. Can you come? And sure enough, I went, sat right there that night in front of the camera. They reenacted the whole suitcase scene. I got the scene, I got the job, and the next day I did it. And that was my aha moment because I realized I'm not just looks anymore.
Not the finger.
Sorry.
Hey, let me coach y'all up on something.
It was the
Anytime a black woman or somebody, a woman, don't matter the color, if she give you a finger, she mean business.
That's when I knew. I'm like, okay, so it's not just about how I look. It's about what I have.
Yeah.
And whatever I have, nobody else does. And that's why this role was for me.
No.
You know? So like you said, it's hard to believe. Yeah, it's very hard to believe because but it's all about having that it. So in that moment is when I realized, oh, okay, like, so this music video stuff could be like all appealing, but you could also tell a story.
Yes.
And that was my instant love for a while. So much so, honestly, even with falling into reality, whatever, that wasn't what I was fetching. I was fetching to become an actress after I did Akon. So when I did the video for Akon, So Paid, Gil Green booked me for it. Really dope guy. Still to this day, like works on stuff, but he was just like, E, you gotta come through, come real quick and audition, like I'm running out of, and I'm like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
Did it, got it the next day, and that's when I realized, okay, so there's more to this than just my looks, and I got it, so.
The rest is history, right?